Hey y'all, it's Lindsay with Fiber Seed, and it is WIP Wednesday, where I share what I've been working on, which are a couple of things. Mostly dyeing yarn and swatches. A lot of swatches. Actually, that might have been what I did. Anyway, let's talk about them first. Let's see. Peri the Peacock and Dragon's Tail came out last Friday. That was Penelope and Reece's Rainbow Soup release. Every fifth Friday, the kids get to make their own colorways, and they picked these. So let me share them with you, because last week, I didn't have swatches because they were still drying. So first up is Peri the Peacock. This is Penelope's. There's a lot of P's. This is Penelope's colorway. So there's purple. It goes into a blue, to an aqua, to a clear water, to a green, to a yellow, to the orange, to a burnt orange. Right? Because our friends gave them some peacock feathers, and she was completely enamored by all the colors. So here we are. Now, how does it look? Well, in a ball, it looks like this. Okay? Knit up, it looks like this. Okay? Crocheted like this. And Tunisian crocheted like this. Okay? So this is my first Tunisian crochet swatch. Forever, my friend Siobhan has been trying to get me to do this. And if you ever heard me talk about yarn over Floyd, that's Siobhan. Okay, so she is an ace at all this, right? Well, last time I saw her, she gave me this book by Toni Lipsey, right? Amazing book. Like, if you're a visual learner, there are pictures, like pictures, not leaving anything to the imagination and the idea of like, this is what you need to do. Got it? Good. And then there are written instructions too, so you can verify what you're looking at. So I did this because of Toni's book. So thank you, Siobhan. Anyway, so I did that. I am super excited. It is like what I was not, and wasn't missing anything. Didn't know that I needed to add to my life. So there is a swatch. And then I made Reese's swatches for Dragon's Tail. So it goes from a red to a burgundy to a purple, right? Here's the knitted swatch. And this is what it looks like in a cake. Knitted, crocheted, double, half double, single. So it does change as you go. That's how Penelope's were as well. And then, look at that. Tunisian crochet swatch. Da-da-da-da. Now again, the length of the dyeing that they did, it can change up depending on where you pick it up, right? But an idea. Man, these worked up so quick too. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Loved it so much that I'm going to have Tunisian crochet swatches for my multis at the shows. So there won't be just knitted and crochet swatches above, so you can see how things work up. There'll be a Tunisian crochet swatch because this is a different way. This looks entirely different than this. Entirely different. So why not have it? So anyway, did those swatches. I did more swatches of things I can't show you yet, but I did them. You're going to love it. I'll show you next week, because then I can show you next week. Also, I did, because I saw how this would work out. Okay, follow me. Ready? My half speckles, I had somebody make a pincha by Penelope and Reece years ago. Like when I first came up with my half speckles, and I'm like, what do we do with this? They made a pincha, and these are not my colorway, but like they did a pincha. Now you remember. And it looked amazing because of the color runs. I'm like, wait a second. Let me try Penelope's colorway, because I made my own pincha with a half speckle, and it looked amazing. Like there were multiple layers of things happening because of the colorway and the way that the feather, short row feather design is. So I was like, wait a second. So Penelope doesn't know I'm doing this, but I wanted to see, and I've only got a few rows into this, but I was going to see if one feather would do it, but I'm going to make, I said but a lot, I'm sorry. I'm going to make Penelope a Peri the Peacock feather headband, I think. If it works out the way I think it does, it's going to, I'm going to make, basically be a feather And then I'm going to put it onto a hair tie. It's going to look cute. Otherwise, I'll just keep going and make it into something else. But I'm going for the feather headband because she really likes accessorizing with bows and hair tie, you know, fabric hair bow things too, like all the way around, not just bows clipping. And so I thought this would be a really cool headband because she likes those too, that she could put on. Anyway, out of her own colorway. So that's how far I am. Isn't that fun? And I remember this going fairly quickly, and the idea of how fast, and you can kind of track where you're going because of the wrap and turns. So yeah, I'm excited. And I'm using, oh, okay. So did my Tunisian crocheting on this. And I got these from Twin Birch. So anyway, got them from Twin Birch. I enjoyed using it. It moved and picked up the stitches very nicely. So it's, I think, an inline. There we go. It's an inline hook. But then I'm using Brickhouse Fiber Arts Prism circulars for my little feather here. So I'll let you know how that turns out and see if she loves it. I think she'll love it because she like will wrap little pieces of yarn around her wrist and she's like, look at my craft. I love it. And it's just a couple of strands of, you know, like yarn. So anyway, that's what I've been working on, plus redying stuff for Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival, which is this Friday and Saturday. It's a Friday and Saturday show. But it's this Friday and Saturday in Franklin, Indiana. So can't wait to see you guys there. It's the last spring show for us for the season before we have our summer break. And we're still going to be dyeing yarn and prepping for fall because fall is going to be amazing, but very busy. So anyway, yeah, that is what I worked on this week. I have another flip book from, oops, I dropped it. This is not the flip book. Y'all saw this last week. It's Reese's Ball of Yarn flip book. He's working on a toaster one this week. So it's not done yet though, so I couldn't share it with you. I'll have to share it with you next week because it wasn't even part of the thing. It was bread coming out of a bag. So he's like, wait till I color it. And I'm like, that's totally fine. Anyway, that's what I've been working on this week. I'm going to definitely finish the sweaters. They're here. That's why I'm going down like this. The sweaters are here and they're going to get finished because they're completely not the right season right now, but that's okay. I have a male mannequin top staring at me in the storage room waiting for Jordan's sweater while it's not season for him to wear it. So I need to finish it because it's staring at me and it has no head. So I don't know how I just made that happen, but it's guilting me. I'm getting guilted by a plastic mannequin torso. Anyway, yeah. So until next time though, happy crafting.